In our last marketing lesson, we talked about how every single person, even your customers, are marketers for your business. In today's marketing lesson, I'm going to take this a little bit further and sort of take you to a different side. Now, I want to share with you a personal experience that just recently happened to me to sort of drive my story home. When it comes to customer service, there's one company in particular that I have to deal a lot with that I find a very interesting story, and that is GoDaddy. And I have learned through trial and tribulation that when I call up there, it's sort of a crapshoot if I'm going to get somebody really good or somebody really bad. Now, the people at GoDaddy that are on the helpline, on the tech side, lots of them are very knowledgeable, but let's not forget that their primary goal is to sell someone products and services. So they don't necessarily have to give you a lot of tech knowledge if they have it, if they don't want to. And let's face it, not everybody should be in customer service. And GoDaddy is the perfect model to drive that home. I find that if I call and I get, the chances of me getting somebody good and getting somebody that's crappy is 50-50. So what I do is I call up, and if that particular person doesn't help me, I will hang up the phone and I will just call somebody. I will just call again and get the next person. Chances are in that phone call, I'll get somebody good who's willing to help me and go the extra mile. So that guy that's bad, that guy that doesn't do their job, you know what? You don't want to be that guy. You don't want to be that guy. Let me take this little story a little further. A few weeks ago, this is something that happened to me. I'm not perfect. I make mistakes and I let things happen, just like anybody else. And about 6 or 7 months ago, I moved my personal website over to a very sophisticated platform. Well, here's the thing. The website went over to the platform, but my email service did not. So my email service stayed with GoDaddy. And so I thought, well, they're always sending me the reminders when stuff expires or it's about to renew. So I sort of relied on that for them to let me know when my email service was going to expire. Well, they didn't send me the email and I let it lapse. So guess what? I got up one morning, just a couple of weeks ago, and my email service was gone. This is the way that I communicate with all of my clients. Needless to say, I was in sheer panic. I was thinking to myself, am I going to lose my emails? Where is my email? Everything that I'd saved, everything gone. It was just gone. Okay, I am in distress. I am a customer in distress. I call up, I get somebody on GoDaddy, okay? Now here's the thing. He was nice, but he was a little too nice. He took the pleasantries way too far. He wanted to be way too chatty, and I let him know up front that I was in distress, that my email was lost. And what did he do? He continued to just chat with me about things I did not care about, and it was irritating me. So that might not irritate everybody, but if I'm in distress, I want you to immediately help me with a solution in my problem. Once you ask me, hello, how are you? And I tell you, we don't need to continue to go on and on with pleasantries. So, or for you to ask me other questions about my business. I called him and said, hey, my email service is gone. I have no email. He continues to ask me when I'm going to renew certain domains. Needless to say, I'm getting madder and madder and madder. So, this guy, I'm getting to the point where I'm going to hang up on him, right? And I'm going to call somebody else and see if I can get somebody better or somebody that is more solution oriented, because that was what I was looking for. I wasn't looking for someone to have a conversation with. So, he proceeded to tell me, after of course I said a few things and said, hey, you know what? I need to move on with this. I need a solution. What is it? Then he started to sell me very high-priced services, the top-of-the-line email services. We're talking, he wanted me to take out my credit card right there in that moment when I was in distress and fork out $800 for an email service. I'm thinking, are you kidding me? Are you trying to take advantage of the fact that I'm distressed, or what have you? Needless to say, I even was honest and said, look, at this point, I don't even trust you. You're not helping with my problem, and I don't even trust you. Of course, then the email service prices got cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. I'm losing my mind here. I don't have email. I don't know if all my email, during the time I'm having this conversation, is it going off into oblivion? What is happening? Needless to say, I hung up, called back, got someone in the management department. They resolved my issue immediately, and then of course I proceeded to tell them about that person. Not that I wanted to get him in trouble, but they needed to understand that he was unprepared to deal with me. He was unprepared to deal with a distressed customer. He was not a solution-oriented customer service person, and he needed more training. So that's my personal story. And along those lines, so you don't want to be that guy. You don't want to be that guy when I call you up and my house is flooded and I have water everywhere, and you're not, sort of understanding to the fact that I'm distressed. Or what if I do get a little edgy with you? Will you attack me? Will you attack back? Or will you sort of put that back on me? You shouldn't. You shouldn't, because remember, that person is in distress. How do you deal with somebody when you get that caller, you get that person that's in distress? Let me tell you how. What you do is you say, hey, what if this were me? What if you were the one that was calling up somebody and your house was flooded and you needed help, or something, the toilet was flooded over, or it was something like that, where you needed to talk to someone now and you needed it repaired now? What would you do? How would you react if someone didn't treat you the way you wanted to be treated? Think of it like that. Always put yourself in the customer's perspective. And that is usually a really, really, really good check for you. All right. So, but here's my next question to you. How do the others around you handle it? What about your craftsman when he goes into a house? What if there is someone in distress? What if there is someone that's not that nice? Sometimes not everybody is that nice, let's face it. Not everybody is a nice person. Some people are kind of snotty. Do your people know how to deal with that? Do they know how to deal with it well? Because you know what? You will deal with that. Probably every 8th or 9th person is just not very nice. Not as nice as we would like them to be. Or here's the thing. We never know what's going on in someone's life. They may be going through something bad. They may have had a death in their family. Their dog may be sick, or anything. All those things impacts how we treat others, which is why you should always be compassionate, no matter how that customer treats you. Now, if they call you up and cuss you out, yeah, okay, you might want to hang up the phone or say, hey, please don't talk to me like that, or call me back when you calm down and we can resolve your issue. But the people in your company, in your business that work for you, your craftsmen, your employees, everybody, they should be trained. They don't want to be that guy, okay? You want them to know how to deal with distressed customers. You want them to have that information readily available. And you might even want to test that to make sure that everybody in your organization knows how to deal with the distressed customer, and they know how to do it really well, because I don't want you to be that guy. See you next time.